guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about favorites. Gosh, it's already so late in the game. So we are right here heading into June and May favorites. Wow. Okay, so last monthly update was very strange and like kind of still mind-boggling shocking to me, and I was really just thrown through a loophole last month, and I don't feel like I truly touched on my favorites, because at that point I feel like all of my favorites were my go-tos. They were anything that was kind of just like that I was grabbing, that was putting together a look for me, and I still hadn't been wearing a ton of makeup. So this month, because the whole month before was all nudes, this month has definitely been very expressive, and considering I'm employed, I actually bought a couple things. When I moved back to California, I had to find a whole new job, so anyways, I am back working in cosmetics again, and that has definitely fueled and fed my obsession for makeup, of course. But anyways, my main attraction, my main addiction, my main focus is makeup, and I'm so happy to be back in my creative, true, real, my realm, my art form. With all that being said and done, I have been trying to brush up on all the new techniques that are out there, really heavily focusing on everything, whether it's an Instagram trend or beauty, real beauty, magazine beauty, editorial beauty, old-fashioned kind of beauty. What is it that people like? All that good jazz I'm focusing on. I'm also focusing on what do I like? What trends do I want to see more of? What are my obsessions? Because it had been a very long time since I focused on makeup, because I had been focusing on clothes. So back to makeup, I have so many amazing, new ideas, new awesome things, and I really want to start off with skincare. Let's just start with skincare because it's really at the top of the pile. You really can't have great makeup unless you have fantastic skincare, because your skin is exactly the canvas that you're working on, and you really wouldn't want to start a beautiful art piece on a wrinkled canvas, on wrinkled paper, and same thing with your face. So skincare is what keeps us beautiful, vibrant, and young, and I'll go grab my face. So the top of the pie has got to go to toner, because without toner we do not have a basic pH level, potential of hydrogen level for our skin. Without toner, all of our favorite other products in skincare don't really work. In my opinion, toner is a primer for all of the good things that can possibly be on your skin. So the ultimate in primer, of course, would be my favorite Andalou Natural COQ10 Repair Plus Toner, which I store in my lovely ratted up labeled Lush bottle. I should probably remove this label, but I don't really want to pick at it and have it look more defaced than it already is. But inside this lovely bottle is, of course, my Avalon Organic COQ10 Plus Toner. And I like it because it is supposed to be an anti-ager, so it can buff away dead skin cells we don't want, and really help with skin cell turnover, and of course being the base for our potential of hydrogen. It's not astringent because it doesn't have alcohol in it. It doesn't have tea tree in it. I have scoured and scoured the world for a toner that is non-alcohol based, because alcohol can really severely dry out your skin, and so it can't really help the potential of hydrogen of your skin if that's what it's doing. So look for a alcohol-free toner. I'm actually going to link Vitacost in the bottom bar because it has beautiful natural skincare, and I'll do a little search for you guys. I'll look up toners on Vitacost, and I'll put a direct link, and you can see like a flood of toners, and really get into it. Don't really read the reviews so much because some people do use products wrong, but definitely read what the product does. Red tea is a great antioxidant, vitamin C is a great brightener, and when you see these natural products listed, definitely research them. First, see what your skincare needs are, and really just kind of research these natural ingredients. I actually have a Dare to Detox board on Pinterest, and it talks about all the natural remedies, all the natural detoxers, whether it's grapes, whether it's raspberries, and I think I'll put my Pinterest username in the bottom bar so you can check out that. But I have a wealth of information in my Dare to Detox board that might save you some time in looking it up yourself. But yes, definitely find yourself an alcohol-free toner. Next up on my list of favorite skincare is my Qualerex Beauty Intensive Anti-Aging Serum. This is also a foundation primer oil. Now, so the whole thing with this is that it's supposed to be very intense anti-aging, rebuilds your collagen and elasticin. It is made with avocado oil, rice bran seed oil. Rice bran seed oil can actually help remove some of the extra dead skin on the surface of our face. It's a natural exfoliant. So rather than using alcohol, which strips the barrier of the skin, we have something wonderful and nice in here. Pumpkin seed oil can actually leave the face feeling a little bit sore. So if you have maybe like a grandmother with very sensitive skin that easily bruises, this product may not be for her. But if you're a little younger and you just kind of want to firm up your skin, this is a great intense anti-ager. And I say intense lightly, but also to be taken on another note somewhat seriously, because sometimes anti-agers can leave some people's skin feeling very raw. So just something to keep in mind. Sometimes it's all about comfort over what we want. So if this is not a comfortable product for you, because pumpkin is not for everybody, just something to keep in mind when it comes to skincare. And the other one, I just got this one for review, and it is the Skin and Company Roma. I actually like this for under my foundation for morning use because it doesn't cause the foundation to break up, peel away, come off. It's just, it just is. It's a good primer oil that you can put on, and then you could go ahead and put your moisturizer on top of that if you wish. And I just massage this into my face. I let it soak in for at least 10 minutes. So when I'm doing all the eyes, I'm back to doing all the eyes again, you guys. My foundation is just so drying, and my skin's so dry right now that I was just like, I really need to let the skincare absorb and just be. Right now California's in a drought, so I was like, yeah, that has to soak. But this is a good nighttime one. I don't like it for under makeup because I really think it kind of balls up the makeup, but it's a really nice intense anti-ager. So we'll do a separate review for this one because we have not talked about it yet, but there'll be a link in the bottom bar for this one and a link in the bottom bar for this one. So that's my skincare. Nobody's makeup routine is complete whatsoever without the beauty basics. So these are the color items that you basically pin and add and all that wonderful great jazz alongside your skincare. So number one is my concealer. As you can see, I'm already halfway through this pot, and it's partly because I have changed my routine a couple times already this month. I've played around with different things. I'm trying lots of tricks, and I just want to see what works for me, especially with all the products that I'm researching, playing around with, and basically just re-sculpting my ideas, my trends, what I think works for me. And whenever you try new skincare, new products, sometimes the formulas don't exactly work together, but this has pretty much worked with everything. I really like it. I think the shade's a bit too light for a basic concealer, so I have stepped away from putting it under the eyes because it is so heavy and so bright. So I would rather get a brightening concealer than to hang out with this one for that reason. But it's really good at covering, you know, like I got a breakout here when I first moved back, and it horribly scarred, and I don't pick at anything. I used to specialize in skincare, so I do not pick at my face, but it just scarred really bad. It made a horrible impression, and now you can't really see it. It's really hard to cover texture, but color-wise, it's not the first thing you notice, and you certainly don't notice it in person. Obviously, it depends on how high, I guess, the HD you choose to turn on your computer, but for the most part, this covers, and especially for everybody's daily use, perfect, more than you need type of coverage. And then the next product that I really love is the Anastasia Dip Brow in Auburn. I think the first time I tried this, I might have thought it was too messy, too goopy, and I thought maybe it gave like that harsh pencil brow look. But the one thing I've always enjoyed about it is that it's so fast and easy to fill in your brows. It's a really great quick fix. Even if it's not your favorite product to use for your brows infinitely, I really think having this around is good if you're in a bind. It really fills in your eyebrows nicely, and especially if you don't have a lot of eyebrows, it really leaves some sculpted outline kind of on the face, so you don't just look kind of eyebrow-less. Although I don't really like the eyebrows overly sculpted anymore. I have actually been filling them out lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. I'm so over the Instagram HD brow, guys. I can't with it, and I barely even fill in my clients' brows anymore, especially if they have a full set of brows. But of course, I messed mine up in the 90s, and so I definitely have to fill them in, but I fill them in super messy now, especially, I don't know if you can see that the sketchy strokes on this one are super, super messy, because I don't want them to be overly defined, and they definitely match my hair. I don't really get into the whole artistic thing about them being lighter, about them being darker, about them being ombre when you get to the center. I just want them to be as natural as possible for a drawn-on brow. So the next one is eyeliner, and it is also from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is the waterproof cream color. So technically this is not an eyeliner, it is a cream colored base, and it's a black waterproof. I did a very kind of messy sketch job of the eyeliner, and sometimes it does have a tendency to melt underneath my eye right here, so I just went for it, and I in fact flicked it out, and I really flicked it out here using I had gotten this brush when I purchased a Tarte one years ago, and I just never threw it away because I can't. I love this brush. And anything else that has like these really fine baby hairs, they are the best to filling in eyeliner because they leave such a perfect, you know, really creamy manipulative line. So this is definitely my favorite style of brush. You don't have to get this one, but my favorite style of brush, and I have stepped away from using the angled because you just got to work at it a little bit more. A little bit more tugging, not my thing, especially in my 30s. I don't really want to tug at the eyes. I already feel like we've got some like natural like lines here and stuff that I don't want to exaggerate. So yeah, these are very creamy, smooth, and manipulable products. And my biggest tip, you guys, when it comes to filling in your brows is to definitely powder over them first, so you don't get like that harsh marker line or drawn all over the skin type of look. I really hate tattooed on makeup. I can't stand it, to be honest with you. I think I was having like, you know, I really was considering doing the micro sculpting with the brows where they just flick in like natural hairs, and I don't know how I feel about that. Just because I really can't stand to see permanent makeup. I just like, I get that it's easy. I just think it's so unflattering. Speaking of basics, let's keep rolling here, you guys. We've got something going. So I really like my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream kit. I have played with, stepped away from, gone back to powders, and I still have picked up this. I was watching a tutorial on this, and then I noticed, like, you know, it's really hard to buff these in, so that's why I decided, okay, I'm gonna let my skincare kind of settle and work its magic before I try to play around with it. And then I realized like these things just don't move, but that's okay. So my other way to go about it is to place the color where I want and be just very kind of, don't take it seriously, be very lapsadaisical with it. Then spray a little bit of toner on your face, and it'll give like the contour, the cream contour, a second to become one with the skin, and in a sense, of course, being more manipulatable. Whenever you're breaking down products with toner, the product becomes more manipulatable, more malleable, more fresh, more natural. So I do that, and then I take the Real Techniques Beauty Blender, which they've changed this sponge, you guys. So if you have an old one, just something to keep in mind, and then just gently pat it in so the contour comes one with the skin. Don't try to blend it out. Don't try to make it something it shouldn't be, but just place it where it should be. Does that make sense? And then take your cream foundation, your powder foundation, your lightweight foundation, your BB, your CC, your EE, or whatever else you have in mind, and just press that over it, but press over the dark or the light color last, and just press it into the skin, press it into the pores, believe it or not. And then of course you can bake or whatever else it is you like to do. When it comes to highlighting, baking, sculpting, and contouring, I have a few beautiful basics that I really enjoy. And one of them would be the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. This is from the traditional, or this came out with the first launch. It's not brand new by any means. But Diffused Light is nice, especially for some light color correcting on the upper portion of the cheekbones. This has a yellow base to it, so it can cover a multitude of sins after you've already done your face. So, and it's also very light. It doesn't budge. It's very powdery. It's not something to bake with, but it definitely is something nice to sculpt with. And believe it or not, this looks better in dark lighting and candlelight, and even in sunlight you can see the sparkles. So definitely take it easy with this product because it is yellow based, especially if you are pink based like me. The next product that I really enjoy is the Too Faced Candlelit Glow. I'm not sure if this really warrants its own review because it's a Too Faced powder, and like most Too Faced powders, it's a respectively manipulable but not overly blendable product. It's kind of like working with MAC in a sense. They don't blend like some people have like their internet favorites that are super blendable, super creamy, super buttery, and this is just, it's designed to be firmly pressed. It's definitely a makeup artist / makeup artist junkie favorite type of product. It's really a well-rounded product, so it will be pressed very lightly. So, but this is definitely very, it has like a yellow iridescence, so it will do some brightening effect to the skin, which is especially why I like it. It is like Satin Sheets eyeshadow in a compact. So if you happen to have Satin Sheets lying around, play with that first before checking this out and see how you like that on the cheekbones, because this can look quite yellow. It's just something I'm fully aware of. So I don't pack it on heavily. I take this little guy, which is the Dawn Tool 787. It is the face version of like the fluffy blender, and just lightly put that on the cheekbones. Okay, so as far as other highlighters are concerned, I don't carry too many highlighters around, but I do have one that is the diffuse light. I have the Too Faced Rosy Glow, which is nice and satin. I don't have any other highlights at this point. I think I have ran out of all of them, or they've got old, and I only have 3 right now. I've probably had to lose some, move some, get rid of some because of the moves I've done last year or 2. But my one that is super brilliant, that is more of a glam type of highlighter, is the La Femme Hollywood Face Powder in Translucent Pearl. This is like a more of a pinky based highlighter. This is kind of like Too Faced Candlelit Rosy Glow on steroids. This is super effervescent. It's got a nice translucent base, so you don't see like a track of where the highlighter is. Some highlighters, reasons I don't like certain highlighters is because they are packed way too tightly. Even when you pull them out of the pan and onto the brush, you have to kind of let them air out in the brush by, like, you know, flicking it to get, you know, some movement with the powder. And then you got to put toner on the client's face and all this other stuff to break up the intensity of the powder and make the product rest into the skin again. But this is not one of those things, because it is a translucent base powder. You're only getting the sheen on the top, so even though it's more of an exaggerated glow, it's more of a glitter, really. It's more of a glitter. But with that being said, it does more than its job. It says exactly what it is. This is not an under eye highlighter by any means. This is pretty much beautiful frost for the face. It's not icing, it's not cold, it's a little bit of face sparkle. Very dusty, finely milled face sparkle. And you can get this on camerareadycosmetics.com. And I wanted to bring that up because it is a true makeup artist's haven. But if you are a true makeup junkie, you will love that site. It is total bang for your buck. Great deals. You can even get samples on there. And they're able to charge so little because, as you can see, they spend all their money on the product at hand and not the exaggerated packaging. Another one of my favorite beauty basics is the IT Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Eyeliner, and I never see anybody mention this, but I did a little bit of research on an isocodone free eyeliner that would stay on the waterline, that was cruelty free, and holy crud, was that ever freaking hard to do. But here it is in all its glory, a non-melting waterproof eyeliner. If you're like me, a non-waterproof eyeliner does melt off your lower lash line, and is obsolete. Also, using drugstore eyeliners such as Prestige have a tendency to blur my vision, and anything with isocodicane in it, because I'm allergic to isocodicane or silicone, blurs my vision. So I dealt with that when I didn't have any money in Alabama. Like the last month I was there, I dealt with that, with the whole blurred vision thing, and then I was like, really get a little old for this. So I went out and got this, and it is in the shade Highlight, and it rolls up. You don't have to sharpen it, so it's really, really good if you have somebody who in your family who's hard of seeing, needs help around the house. This definitely is a roll up nice little guy. You can even use a little bit of in your inner corner. Rolls up. Highlight. I definitely want to get taupe as well. I think taupe is a flawless waterline color. I mean, we love it for our eyebrows, so why not use it for a basic waterline color? But this one really grabbed me because it's a neutralizer, and I've always loved a neutral in the waterline because sometimes white can look kind of harsh. And it's not too crazy a highlight either. See, I have to tilt my hand for you to see it. It's a champagne color. So beautiful goodness. My other I'm sorry, I'm excited actually. So my other favorite beauty basic for this month would be the Too Faced Better Than Flicks Waterproof Mascara. Look at all those dewdrops on there. Of course, the packaging is just the tip of the iceberg. The stuff doesn't irritate my eyes. Love that. I don't get any itching, don't get any irritation, and it leaves your lashes looking great. There's no telling what a high-end mascara will do for your lashes. I'm sorry, but drugstore lashes or drugstore mascaras just pale in comparison. There's no two ways about it. I am so over trying to work with them because I feel like I spend more money on false lashes than I do when I could just pick this up. This just like, you don't even need false lashes. Like, these are just vanity, really, and I'm working tonight. But this is the stuff that makeup dreams are made of, with or without your lashes. I only have one favorite eyeshadow palette this month, and that would be the Too Faced Bonbons. Believe it or not, I spend more time on my face, my lips, and my lashes and putting together that style than I actually do on the eyes. And the reason being is because I think the eyes just come very easy to me. I don't do that much color on the eyes anymore these days. But when I do, my basics are currently residing in this palette. I'm enjoying this palette, I'm using it up, I'm having fun with it. I want to use the colors while they're fresh. Makeup expires, just enjoy it, let it be. When this is all history, something new, bigger, better, and awesome will be out, and there'll be a similar color and a better formula. But I recently got mine, and I love basic colors in here. I love Divinity, I love Cashew Chew. I am wearing Almond Truffle today. I'm hugely in love with that as a transition color. This is kind of hard to work with as a transition color, so I kind of switched it up and played with Almond Truffle and then kind of smoked out my transition with Mocha. Loved that effect. Couldn't love it more. Bordeaux has got to be my obsession. I mean, it is like MAC Sketch. Love, love, love. Satin sheets, once again. You have this shadow, try it out as a highlighter before buying Rosy Glow, or don't buy Rosy Glow and use that, I don't know. Now my other favorite, just sort of my fun, crazy favorite, would be Sprinkles. I didn't expect to like a baby pink, but this baby pink, not all baby pinks are made alike, but it broke the mold. This palette broke the mold when it made Sprinkles. It's a good pink. It's a good pink, so I recommend checking out this palette if you haven't done so already. Do yourself a favor. I have one for my newly rediscovered favorites, and it goes to Pumpkin and Poppy's Foiled Again Mixing Medium. This product lasts forever. You only need 2 drops of this stuff, even less probably, to foil your shadows. I'm actually wearing Makeup Geek's New Year's Eve today over the top of some of those bonbon colors as sort of like an accent color, because like I said, that palette has great basics and some great funds, but I'm playing with the basics today, and this stuff has foiled my New Year's Eve today to create a nice champagne shine. and this is remarkable. You don't need, like I said, you don't need that much. Just put it in the lid or 1 or 2 drops of this pigment. It's a vegetable-based glycerin. I will put a link to Veggie Beauty's Pumpkin and Poppy in the bottom bar, and she's still creating, always coming up with wonderful things, wonderful recipes, and I will link some of her social media in the bottom bar, some of my favorite things that I think you need to check out, because she's done wonderful things since she left YouTube. She's still heavily around. I know a lot of people miss her YouTube, but she has not dropped off the face of the planet. She's still making wonderful things, and this is one of her oldies but goodies, and I love it. Lips, let's hear it for lips. I'm gonna go below deck where my makeup stuff is stored, because ladies and gentlemen, I store it down below. I'm gonna have to do a beauty organization video when I finally get the last of my kinks worked out in here, because this is a shared bathroom, so I've really had to put my makeup collection in a tight spot, a very tight spot, this tight. And if you're also living in a shared space in a very tight spot and you don't want your makeup to get old, expired, or changed due to temperature control, whatever, you'll definitely want to see this video, because I think there's a very strong realism to this makeup collection that I think you'll surely appreciate, because not all of us have a whole extra room or a whole extra even wall to store our makeup against. And I had like a whole closet in Alabama, which I never used because I was never, you know, really able to buy anything. You know, renting a house on the beach is not cheap. So that's kind of why I like having a shared living space, a shared bathroom, because I need my dough for my makeup. I have an obsession. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you're a Californian, it's expensive to live here. A shared living space is really what you do. So with that being said, that's not out of the ordinary. So if you're looking to live in Cali, there's ways to make it happen. There's ways to make dreams come true. Cali is definitely for a dreamer, though. I'll put that to you that way. Starving artist syndrome. Anyway, so these babies, let's talk about these bad boys. So my first favorite current obsession would be the Dose of Colors. This is the shade Desert Suede. I really, really like it because it is pretty water-based. It feels pretty water-based. Synthetic beeswax, isocodicane. Oops, I don't know why it's not bothering my lips. Probably, I guess my lips are the exception. I could feel that it has dried out my lips. That could be sort of a strange effect, but it's not itchy or watery or stingy like it would be if it were on my eyes. And so I still really, really, really recommend it. And I really wanted kind of a 90s color, a nice kind of good quality 90s color. And I had the ColourPop Tootsie, which is probably still have to unpack it. That's kind of like, it doesn't have a lot of product. Whenever you buy ColourPop, it's just a little small amount because it's not a high-end product. But anyways, I wanted something a little bit better quality, and so I picked up the Dose of Colors Desert Suede, and I love this. I love this even more than I loved ColourPop Lippy Sticks and Tootsie, because I feel like with the color it is kind of strange. It needs to be matte, because the glossy one was just like, I don't know. They're one of my favorites, and this is very edited small collection because I'm so picky when it comes to lip colors, you guys. I couldn't be pickier, and I hate a lot of lip colors. Let's get real. So yes, these are my faves, and I have been wearing them all a month. So I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lip in Vintage. This one is also a very dry purple, to keep it real. Okay, so that's vintage. My other favorite color, staying in the Beverly Hills family, is Rio. And this is an electric hot pink. This is electric hot pink, whether you edit your videos, your filters or not. This is electric. So if you want to one-up your game from Kat Von D's Backstage Bambi, or sorry, that was Backstage Bambi, or one up your game from Anastasia Beverly Hills Party Pink, Rio is where it's at, and I have worn this twice already this month. I bought it for 80s Day to wear at work, and then I was like, I fell in love with it, and I was like, yeah, I really hope everybody likes this lip color on me, because I will be wearing it again, whether it's 80s or not. The next favorite color I have in this collection is Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I had a hard time picking a nude, but I have seen Milkshake in so many swatches, and I was like, this is calling my name. I love that it's a beigey nude. This kind of reminds me of an Inglot color I wore to one event during my sister's kind of Idaho week wedding back then, but this is definitely a much more intense than a lipstick because it is matte, it is flat, so it's got that pure pure cream color, no two ways about it, pure opacity. Lipsticks don't have that same pure opacity that a liquid lipstick does, just my humble opinion. A liquid lipstick really does look like a straight swatch on paper. So Milkshake is a crazy nude. I mean, it is like naked nude. It is not a stripped down tease sweet I'm beautiful somewhat nude. This is nude. So if you really like those concealer lips plus, this is it, because this is more than concealer lips naked. This is, if you bought the wrong concealer naked. I love it though. I think it's a really awesome dirty perverted nude, and I recommend checking it out. Now the next color I love is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Karina, and this is the very first liquid lipstick I bought, and I had been wanting a liquid lipstick for over 2 years already, and I was just like, but you need money to get good quality liquid lipsticks, and yeah. So, and no cruelty-free drugstore ones are really worth having, but Karina is so amazing. If you really want coral, this is the color to have. If you really want to go for it with neon electric lips, Karina is where it's at. So going into Kat Von D, I really like Aisha. Here is Aisha. And this is actually the most flat matte Kat Von D liquid lipstick I have. So this is more of your out there purple. It's more, I knew this was a lavender when I bought it. It's a soft lavender. My sister picked this one up. She's like, get that one, get that one. I was like, okay, we'll get this one. And I really like it. I had gotten a, back in the day, an Inglot lipstick in lavender that didn't quite work for me. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the sheen with the odd color that just wasn't cutting it for me. But those odd colors that I really wanted to like, I'm loving in a liquid lipstick. And I really like that you don't have to retouch them. I just do. I can't. I love it. I like that you don't really have to retouch them. And I used this in my first impressions video for Kat Von D. And this is a Go-Go. And this is such a nice flammable orange. It's traffic cone orange, but I think orange is definitely a wearable color just because it's kind of a sister to pink, so it still works. It's kind of a more safe there color. And one color I haven't worn yet, I don't even think I've talked about this color. I haven't even shown this color on Instagram. It's forgotten and it's sad. I thought about wearing it today and then I just grabbed Dose of Colors Desert Suede, but this is Damned. So yeah, this is more in the vein of where I wanted to go. I wanted to get Potion, I want to get a chocolate brown. This is not a chocolate brown. I think this is supposed to be like Max Film Noir, so it's supposed to be like Claudette Colbert, kind of a brownie red color. But when I bought this, I thought it reminded me of Dose of Colors Chocolate Wasted, and then I saw a swatch of it and I was like, oh, it's a berry. And let me know what tutorial you want to see with what liquid lipstick and what you want to see. This is actually a really fun eye look, but it's actually very easy to do because all I'm doing is put Almond Truffle in the crease, Mocha in the crease again, Divinity, Satin Sheets, Bordeaux, and Foiled New Year's Eve. So this is really simple. I'd like to see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching this one, this insanity, this madness, my makeup obsession, and I'll talk to you guys later.